You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken Tech for your ears.
Welcome. Today we're looking into some really electrifying developments in AI. We're talking new models, amazing tools, and just how fast this whole landscape is changing. As always, we'll try to pull out the key insights, maybe some surprising bits from the sources we've seen. And let's kick off with something pretty fundamental. This idea of a shift from, rigid code to more dynamic context. Think about online shopping systems actually understanding what you might want, not just following orders. It's a different way of thinking about improvement.
It really is. That adaptability, that's the core change, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. LLMs aren't just static anymore. They're interpreting intent, adapting in real time. For you, the user, it means digital interactions feel less programmed, maybe more like intelligent empathy. The system kind of gets ahead of your needs.
And that ties directly into RAG pipeline's retrieval augmented generation. It sounds technical, but the idea is simple. The AI pulls in current relevant info from outside its training data, so it's not just guessing or hallucinating. It gives you grounded, up-to-date answers, much more personalized, too.
Right, grounded is the key word. And speaking of pushing forward, things are moving fast. OpenAI reportedly has GPT-5 lined up, maybe as early as August. The talk is about merging different models, like this rumored O3 model, maybe for multimodal stuff, into one system.
Yeah, the strategy there is fascinating. It's not just about making it bigger or faster. It suggests maybe a move towards systemic intelligence. Specialized parts working together seamlessly could be their path to AGI, perhaps.
And it's not just the huge models. We're seeing really practical tools pop up, like Cursor's Bugbot, a sort of safety net for coding. Catches bugs, security flaws in reviews. People using it are saying it resolves, over 50% of issues? That's significant for dev teams.
Huge, yeah.
And Google's web guide, using Gemini to cluster search results, makes finding info much easier.
It really brings up how quickly these tools are changing basic tasks, doesn't it? They're not just tools anymore. They're becoming proactive assistants.
Yeah.
Coding, searching. They're embedding themselves right into the workflow.
Okay, and here's something that sounds almost sci-fi. Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro. It solved 5 out of 6 problems correctly on the International Mathematical Olympiad questions for 2025. This isn't just number crunching. The IMO needs real insight, creativity. It's pretty astonishing.
It really is. It shows it's not just about the raw power of the model. It's about how we strategize using that power for complex reasoning, the techniques, the prompting. That's where the magic happens for these kinds of problems.
Yeah, the strategy. And with these leaps in capability, the business conversation is shifting too. Startups are now being advised, set aside 10-15% of R&D just for AI, engineer salaries, the tools, it adds up. But the payoff, the ROI, isn't just about saving time, is it?
No, exactly. That's a key point. We're seeing sort of 3 layers of value from AI agents. First, there's labor efficiency, though sometimes that takes time to show up. Second, and maybe more exciting, is net new revenue. Stuff businesses just couldn't do before AI, entirely new products or services. And third is optimization, just making much, much better decisions. Think of something like memories.ai aiming for superhuman memory for video analysis. That's creating value that didn't exist.
So putting it all together, what's the big picture takeaway? Our sources are framing AI as profoundly abnormal technology, advancing incredibly fast, and raising concerns about risks that maybe aren't obvious right now.
The speed is undeniable, and developers especially need to think about those non-immediate risks, particularly this idea of control without alignment, and AI achieving goals, but maybe not in the way we intended, potentially conflicting with our values. The tech is just moving so fast, maybe faster than we fully grasp the implications.
And just to underscore the global stakes here, get this. Over $1 billion worth of banned NVIDIA AI chips, the top-tier B200 smuggled into China. In just 3 months, apparently through Southeast Asia, sold at huge markups.
Yeah, $1 billion worth. That figure just speaks volumes, doesn't it? It highlights how critical this hardware is globally. It's not just tech, it's geopolitics, economic power. A whole parallel market is forming.
We've certainly covered a lot of ground today. Context-driving AI, these powerful new models and tools, the strategic money flowing in, and these huge global ripples. AI is changing the game everywhere.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a big question, really. As AI reshapes intelligence, reshapes the economy, how much of its future comes down to pure innovation versus, control, ethics, access? What questions does that bring up for you about how we use this responsibly and what its impact will truly be?
Spoken Tech for your ears.